Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson here with you on 13 News Now Plus, tracking what is the biggest story here in the Weather Center today and from a 13 News Now weather team is a possible winter weather that we're going to see for tomorrow, starting off as a cold rain and then transitioning over into some wet snowflakes. Now, for those who I've had a lot of questions about, okay, will this cancel school? Well, first of all, most people are off of school on Monday, so now that snow coming through on Sunday, having the day off on Monday, it's not going to be that type of snow where we will see prolonged impacts. Even so, the impacts that we should see from this system are fairly minor, as it does start off as a cold rain and then transitions over into some wet snow, meaning that we're talking more of a slushy kind of mix. Now, that slushiness could lead to the possibility of some black ice on Monday morning for those who are heading out to service projects for MLK Day. But again, main story is that this is just going to be a pretty miserable day tomorrow as temperatures plummet and we're dealing with all day rain, and then finally moving over into snow later on in the day. So here's what to know for our weather impact alert for tomorrow. We are going to see this for Sunday afternoon, and it's because those rain showers we're going to see are going to transition over into snow showers later on in the day. What you need to do is be careful and watch out for some isolated slick spots, especially as that snow starts to accumulate, especially around the peninsulas, where the cold air will seep in quicker than the south side and northeastern North Carolina. I am watching for, the potential of maybe some developments of black ice on Monday morning, Sunday night and then Monday morning, so be careful if you're heading out and about on Monday. Here's a look at the setup. So we had high pressure in control, and I'll point this out on our maps here with my arrow. High pressure is right here offshore. It's making way for this cold front here that is going to push through. You can already see in some areas through central Virginia that it's now a rain maker. It's because temperatures right now are just a little bit too warm, and I'll show you the regional temperatures in just a moment. But you head up through Philadelphia, into New Jersey, New York, up through Hartford, Connecticut, and into the northeastern portions of the United States. And all of this part of the same system is just a widespread snow. But here, just a little bit too warm for any of that snow. So here's a look at the regional temperatures. And these regional temperatures will show you why we're seeing rain in central Virginia. And you can see temperatures right now are in the mid 40s to the lower 50s, way too warm for us to really see snow to translate down the surface. I'm sure it's very cold aloft or in those upper levels of the atmosphere, but it's too cold, too warm here at the surface to see that snow at this point. So going back to our satellite and radar, I want to show you what's going on here in Hampton Roads currently and what we can expect as this front moves through. So here's the rain now, and for those who may be watching and potentially thinking about, you're maybe at the inauguration or you're in Richmond for the inauguration, rain is just about to really be on your doorstep. For southeastern Virginia and northeastern North Carolina, we are dry and we should remain dry for the remainder of the day. Some places near Tappahannock in northern Virginia may get an isolated shower, but this rain really should taper off once it passes by the Richmond metro area. So walking you through your next few hours as we anticipate this rain-snow mix to come through, I wanted you to know what to expect for your day. So as you see, this is the graph model, and the graph model is doing very well in picking up these rain showers that are right now near Richmond. We call this initialization. And initialization means that the radar matches the forecast model. When that happens, you can kind of say, okay, the graph model is doing a good job of keeping up with this system, so we're going to put a little bit more trust in the graph because it's doing well so far with the precipitation that's already coming down and the timing and the location. So through the day today, we should be fine, lower 60s, no problem. It's going to be tonight we're going to visually see that change. We're going to see mostly cloudy skies developing here on Saturday evening. Temperatures should stay in the middle 40s, upper 30s, and lower 40s inland. This will be the warmest temperatures we will see throughout the course of the day on Sunday. Once that cold front rolls through, we will see a huge drop in temperatures throughout the day. So the warmest parts of the day will be during the morning and then chilly during the afternoon. We start off with a cold rain. I'll even slow this down just a little bit more. So this is 2 a.m. and you can see the rain starting to build again. We get to around 6 to 7 a.m. It's widespread cold rain. Temperatures in the lower to middle 40s still. And then once that cold air starts to seep through, by about 1 p.m., that's when the peninsulas start to get some of that snow to fall. Very, very thin line when it comes to the difference between who has snow and who does not by about 2 o'clock. And you can see it right about here. So those north winds are starting to pull in that cooler air. And so temperatures drop to the middle 30s for places like Tappahannock and Richmond. So snowfall continues. You get to Wakefield, Newport News, Melfa. We're still in the upper 30s. Then we get to the south side in portions of northeastern North Carolina. This is around 5 p.m. And it's widespread snow and then still that rain-snow mix anywhere from about Back Bay, Virginia Beach, through the Currituck Sound, down through Elizabeth City, into the Albemarle Sound, and places like Elizabeth City, Eatonton, and Kill Devil Hills. But all the way around here, all snow. And that will continue through, and I'll slow this down one more time, through about 6, 7, 8 o'clock is when most of that snow should be offshore. A few lingering snow showers for the Outer Banks. By 10 o'clock, everybody should be fairly dry, and we'll see clearing skies. Temperatures by 10 o'clock will be in the middle 20s to the middle 30s. So here, that's a look at what I'm expecting there. I do want to give you a look at the snow predictions around the area. So we're taking 3 of these models, and then I'll show you the graph model that we just showed. But this is our 3 different models. So the NAM model shows a widespread 3 to 4 inches from Wakefield through Richmond and south of Tappahannock through West Point, kind of this very thin line of 2+ inches. Then you get to the south side, and we're talking anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half. And the totals go down the further south and east you go, which I believe is absolutely true, because these temperatures in Elizabeth City, Eatonton, Kill Devil Hills will not be cold enough to support enough snow for accumulation. But again, remember that we're going to start off as rain first. The rain will be sitting on the ground. You add snow on top of that, it's more of a slush until the ground starts to cool off. And then we can start to see some accumulation probably on our grassier areas. So that's the NAM model. That's kind of the higher end. Here's the GFS model. That's our American model. It's showing a widespread 1 inch or so north of Albemarle, 1 to 2 on the south side, maybe 2 to 2.5 through the peninsulas. The European model has been on this trend of being on the lower side of things recently when it has been in relation to snowfall totals, and it definitely got that system on Thursday right. The one where we were like, we may see a few flurries, and then the European model was very consistent in saying no flurries, no flurries, no flurries, and it got it right. So not to say that the European model is wrong because it's showing less. It definitely is on the lower end of that scale though. So it's saying maybe a dusting up to an inch for most of the south side and the peninsulas, and just a dusting for northeastern North Carolina. Let's go ahead and look at what the graph model says for snowfall potential. And as this loads, here we go. So of course, drive through the day today for snowfall potential. This is through about 9 a.m. We get to around 4 o'clock, and you start to see accumulations in places like Tappahannock and Richmond, and then through the south side, northeastern North Carolina, maybe a dusting. This is through 11 p.m. when most of those snow showers should be offshore. So a dusting for northeastern North Carolina, maybe half an inch for the south side, and then maybe up to an inch, maybe some isolated inch and a half to Newport News, Hampton, up through Melfa, and West Point. So I will say for our purposes here at 13 News Now and the 13 News Now Weather Impact team, I do believe that we will see the higher totals around the peninsulas just because that snow does start first. That allows for the ground to cool off quicker, and the snow will linger here for a while. It's going to take a minute for that rain to transition over into snow for the south side, and especially for northeastern North Carolina. So I would not be surprised if we have higher totals in Newport News and Hampton compared to Norfolk and Virginia Beach, and higher totals, of course, as you head towards the Middle Peninsula, Eastern Shore, and the Northern Neck. All to say, though, is that this is not going to be the biggest snowfall we've ever seen. Impacts should remain fairly minimal, and I'll show you the travel impacts here with these travel delay maps. So as you see, fine now, you get to today, and we're already starting to see some of those impacts through the northeast, but that makes sense because they're seeing snow at the moment. Here's late Saturday, we should be fine. Here we are in the mid-Atlantic. You get to tomorrow, early Sunday, and that's when the rain starts. So travel delays will be minor in this area through early Sunday. You get to midday around Sunday, still minor impacts here through coastal Virginia and coastal North Carolina. And then the impacts still remain fairly minor through late Sunday, and then by early Monday morning we should be okay because all of that rain and snow will be well offshore. Again, my concern for Monday is twofold. One is the fact that we could have some slick spots that develop if we have more slushy areas or places that don't see as much snow and they see rain, then it will definitely freeze over as temperatures on Monday morning will start off in the teens and 20s. So we will have a hard freeze on Monday morning for MLK Day. Second reason is because of those really chilly temperatures, I'm worried about protecting your fingers, your ears, your face, your toes if you're heading out to any service projects for MLK Day because the temperatures will be so frigid. Just be careful, make sure to wear multiple layers. I do want to go back and show the timeline again of this rain snow event for tomorrow. Again, mainly rain, finally transitioning over into snow later on in the day. So again, today we should be good. We're seeing some rain in Richmond now that fades through the afternoon. We may see an isolated shower. That chance does remain low. High today will be in the upper 50s. Tonight, increasing cloud cover ahead of that front. And then here comes the rain starting around 2 to 3 a.m., starting west and spreading east. Temperatures will be in the lower to middle 40s as we start into the morning. By the time we get into the middle of the morning, widespread cold rain, temperatures in the upper 30s to the middle 40s. We will start with some snow from places like Tappahannock right around 10 a.m. For the peninsulas, this is going to be widespread by about 1 to 2 p.m. South side widespread by about 3 to 4. For northeastern North Carolina, we could see a few flurries coming through and starting to maybe create a little bit of a dusting on our vegetation, like our grassy areas, our trees, right around 5 to 6 p.m. And then the snow will taper off from west to east, so places like the Outer Banks, Virginia Beach, and Eastern Shore will be the last ones to see the snow, and then temperatures plummet. We're going to be in the middle 20s by 10 p.m. inland, and then around the coast we'll be in the middle 30s, some upper 30s still hanging on for the Outer Banks. But overall, a very frigid day for us here in Hampton Roads in northeastern North Carolina. Again, here's another look at the snowfall potential map for Sunday. The NAM model is on the higher end. GFS model is kind of right in the middle. European models on the lower end. I think that we'll see a dusting for northeastern North Carolina up to about maybe an inch on the south side, and then an inch and a half possible for the peninsulas. I just think that rain that comes first will disrupt that snow accumulation. Plus, we're starting off on a milder note, quote unquote, compared to where we should be for a snowy day. So the ground will take a little bit to cool off so that it can start to accumulate. But for the NAM model, the North American model, showing anywhere from a dusting to up to half an inch for northeastern North Carolina, anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half, maybe even 2 inland for the south side. And then for the peninsulas, it has a very high range up to about 4.5 inches on this kind of sliver of dark blue between Richmond, Wakefield, and heading up the Delmarva Peninsula. For the GFS model, widespread 1 to 2 inches of snowfall, higher amounts for the Delmarva Peninsula, Northern Neck, and Middle Peninsula. For the European model, a dusting, if at all, for northeastern North Carolina, maybe half an inch to an inch in and around the south side, and then for the peninsulas, half an inch to maybe an inch and a half in those areas. Again, it's all going to depend on the cold air. If the cold air gets here quicker, then we'll start to see snow, more snow, and higher accumulations, which would go along with the NAM model. If we start to see the cold air lingering behind, it's really taking its time, we'll have a solution closer to the Euro. Anything in between will be closer to the GFS. Again, here at 13 News Now, we're going basically a dusting the further south you are, up to an inch and a half for places around the peninsulas. So it's, again, not going to be the biggest snow day we've ever seen here in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, all those areas for the peninsulas, northeastern North Carolina. Nothing compared to the snow day we had in February, where we had 10, 12, 13 inches of snow. This is going to leave very minimal impacts. I just want you all to be careful heading to service projects on Monday, as that snow, slush, rain may freeze over into black ice. But again, weather impact alert in effect for tomorrow. It starts Sunday afternoon as that rain transitions over into snow. Main impact will be rain showers, again, making that transition to snow showers, bringing us some slippery spots. So you need to make sure that you pay attention on the roads, be careful as these conditions do develop. But it will be one of those days where you have to keep an eye out for the radar, and I'll give you one more look at radar here as this system it continues to develop. We're watching 2 cold fronts eventually kind of contain that energy into one, and you can see where they both are. This is the front here, the first one here, that's bringing rain to central Virginia. This will kind of fizzle out. This one is going to bring us some more moisture that will push through tomorrow. But giving you a closer look at the rainfall in central Virginia, there you can see it, how it started off as snow in the mountainous regions, so the Appalachians, and now it's a cold rain. Again, you probably, if you are just about to watch the inauguration here on 13 News Now Plus, you'll probably see that it is raining in Richmond. But again, snow up and down I-95 into the northeast. This will fall apart. We may see an isolated shower for our western viewing area, but that's about it for today. So I encourage you all to get out today, because today will be the warmest day and the driest day for the weekend. Plus, it will be the warmest day of the next 7. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast, and as we approach MLK Day, we will see this huge tumble in temperatures. Today, upper 50s, lower 60s. Tomorrow, rain to snow. Anytime that it's not raining or snowing tomorrow, it will be mostly cloudy and overcast. Temperatures start off in the middle 40s. They will drop to just above freezing by the afternoon. Rain begins around the middle of the morning, so we're talking anywhere from about 6, 7, 8 a.m. to snow by about 1 p.m. for the peninsulas, 2 to 3 p.m. for the south side, and about 4 o'clock for northeastern North Carolina. The rain, snow tapers off by 9 p.m., and then we're left with sunshine from Monday through Wednesday. On Monday, temperatures plummet again, upper 20s is not even a question at this point. We're really talking middle 20s to upper teens here in Hampton Roads in northeastern North Carolina. Temperatures by the afternoon on Monday will be at best in the middle 40s. So it'll run about 5 degrees below normal. 5 to 6 degrees below normal for this time of year. On Tuesday will be the coldest day of the next 7 as highs struggle to make it above freezing as that Arctic blast continues. And then by the end of the week, temperatures start to get back near 50 degrees, so back near normal. Scattered showers, though, will be on the horizon as our next system approaches. So overall, again, a pretty messy situation for your Sunday. A weather impact alert is in effect for your Sunday as those snow showers do develop. Of course, we will be here with you on 13 News Now Plus with all updates about what to expect for the snowfall tomorrow. There are some more things to fine tune. We'll see if the models start to come into a better alignment when it comes to the actual snowfall totals. We'll be on the lower end, we'll be on the higher end. Meteorologist Hunter Force will walk you through that later on today at 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. And I'll be back tomorrow morning tracking all the cold rain during weekend edition of Daybreak Plus. I'll be here on 13 News Now Plus at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1 p.m. to track the rain moving over into snow as this messy day sets up for Sunday. I want you to enjoy this really nice Saturday, though, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow on Daybreak. Have a great day.